Hello, this is my video summary 5, and my name is Jennifer Coit, and I decided to do child development in media. Children in media are often viewed negatively. However, according to Rasmussen and Carsey, media can be understood from both positive and negative perspectives. Media has been present for as long as I can remember and played a pivotal role in my own early education. I remember learning to type on a computer and spending my free time playing Oregon Trail, which was both entertaining and educational. These early experiences helped introduce me to the role of technology could play in learning, and over time, computers and digital tools have evolved into what we now broadly recognize as modern media. Media can be beneficial for children because it can enrich their learning and introduce them to technology that is already central to modern society. In today's educational system, children frequently take statewide tests on computers and complete practice assignments through programs such as iReady. Media once primarily consisted of television and radio, but it has evolved significantly to include social media, digital communication platforms, and online networking that influence global trends and social interaction. Social media, in particular, has a significant impact on children today. It exposes them to social norms and provides immediate awareness of global events and cultural trends, helping them to understand their place within the broader text and social context. Media also functions as an important socializing agent for children. Research indicate that approximately 98% of children today have access to some form of media. Many children between the ages of 0 and 8 have access to mobile devices within the household, and approximately 91% of American children are exposed to media through television. Similar patterns are observed internationally. A study conducted in Germany found that 91% of the children between the ages of 2 and 5 have their own smartphone as a personal device. Across Europe, children between the ages of 9 and 12 years old commonly use their phones on a daily basis. These findings illustrate the widespread presence of digital media in children's everyday lives. When I was growing up, I spent much of my time playing outside, regardless of the weather. I had a group of neighborhood friends, and we developed a strong bond because we had a interaction with each other. Our friendships grew through the more time that we spent together. In comparison to my children prefer to text or call their friends instead of inviting them over to play. Compared to previous generations, children today want to spend less time outside. As many people recognize, the increasing use of smartphones and digital technology has changed the nature of childhood experiences. In comparison to my own childhood, I spent much of my time playing outside, regardless of the weather. I had a group of friends who lived nearby, and we formed strong bonds because we spent much time interacting face to face. We grew up together and developed friendships that directly were impacted because of us being a close perspective to each other. In contrast, our own children often prefer to just communicate with their friends by text or call rather than inviting them over to play. In many ways, the world has become a more distant world, and many children no longer spend much time outside. However, media has still contributed positive when it includes pro-social content that encourages interaction and balance. Pro-social media content refers to media that depicts positive behaviors such as kindness, helpfulness, sharing, and cooperation. This type of content can promote empathy and encourage children to stand up for what is right. Examples of pro-social educational programs from my childhood would be the Magic School Bus and Reading Rainbow. In today's media environment, children often watch programs such as Miss Rachel or Coco Melon. In my household, I allow my daughter to watch YouTube Kids. While not all of the content is strictly educational, it is often includes material that children find enjoyable and engaging. She also watches a YouTube channel called AFMAO, at the same time, I make conscious efforts to provide her with content that strengthens her understanding of faith. I discovered a children's Bible series on YouTube called Superbook, and she enjoys these stories as well because they make biblical lessons easier for children to understand. Media and parenting refers to the interaction between children and their parents regarding the use and influence of media. In my household, I frequently speak with my children about the influence of social media and the importance of developing their own perspectives and points of views. I also limit how much media my daughter can watch and carefully monitor the type of content she is allowed to view to ensure that it is appropriate for her age. Now, in comparison to my son, he is 18, so he has a little bit more freedom in watching things on social media, but we always teach him to be mindful about what he watches. Despite its potential benefits, media also presents several challenges for children's development. Excessive exposure to social media and digital devices can reduce opportunities for face-to-face social interactions. In some cases, this may contribute to increased social anxiety and make children less likely to participate actively in school or in social environments. For this reason, it is important for children to maintain a healthy balance between digital media use and real-world social interaction. While I do not necessarily believe social media is essential for children, we live in a time where technology is rapidly advancing and exposure to media in some form is almost inevitable. If media is used responsibly and integrated into healthy learning environments, it can ultimately serve as a valuable tool that supports children's development rather than hinder it.